What's up guys, I'm KB Kwan from Taste of Asian Food. Stir-fried beef with black bean sauce is my favorite food when I go to the Chinese restaurant. But unfortunately, my favorite restaurant is no longer serving this dish anymore. So I've decided to dig a little deeper and to see how to prepare it at home. And I'm delighted it is quite easy to prepare if I use a store-bought black bean sauce. It is such a delicious dish, it's quick and easy, and I can make it within 30 minutes. So after enjoying this delicious beef stir fry with black bean sauce today, I've decided to write down the recipe and share it with you. Let's start with the beef. Of course, the best cut for stir fry is tenderloin, but you can use any other cheaper cut, such as the rump steak that I have today. I put it into the freezer for about 1 hour, so it's now like half frozen and it's easier to cut into thin slices. Cut the beef into thin slices. And it is best to cut against the grain so that it becomes more tender. Now I want to marinate the beef, and I don't need to use a complicated marinade for the beef because it will absorb the flavor from the stir-fry sauce and the black bean sauce while cooking. I use some light soy sauce, about 2 teaspoons. For the beef, about 270 grams. And half a teaspoon of salt. You can get the exact quantity in the recipe, which I have added to the description below the video. Some cornstarch and half teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda is a common ingredient used by the Chinese chef to marinate beef, especially if the beef is not a top quality like tenderloin, because it acts as a tenderizer. And lastly, a tablespoon of oil. Now let's combine the marinade with the beef thoroughly. Set aside the beef and let it marinate for at least 15 minutes. Meanwhile, let's prepare other ingredients. Bell pepper. I always like to use a combination of green and red so that it is more colorful. A medium-sized onion. You can cut it into wedges or slices, it's up to you. Cut the spring onion into 1 to 2 inches in length. So now let's take a look at the most important ingredient in this recipe. That's the black bean sauce. This is the black bean sauce that I got it from the market. This is a black bean. It's suspended in some oil and it is salted. And I need to point out that this is a fermented black bean, not a raw black bean. You can get this in most Chinese supermarket or grocery stores. Some places also sell the fermented black bean in a vacuum pack in a plastic bag. And you can use that instead of using this one. The only difference is that those in the vacuum pack may not contain salt, so you may need to adjust the saltiness in the recipe. And you may need to mash it a little, like what I'm doing. It's really up to you. I like to mash it first because I do not want to bite on the black bean, which is quite salty. Let me make a sauce before I stir fry the beef. It's oyster sauce and light soy sauce. Not going to put too much because the black bean sauce is salty, and also I've marinated the beef with some salt. It's good to add some black pepper. Dilute it with a little bit of water so that it is easier to pour it into the wok. After all the preparation, now let's start cooking. So it is best if you have a cast iron wok with a high power stove like what I'm having. But it doesn't really matter. If you don't have it, it's okay. You can use a large skillet and use your normal stove and turn up the heat as much as you can. Put about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil into the wok. When the oil is heated, add the beef into the wok. And spread it into a thin single layer. And let it sear on one side until it starts to turn color. Then flip over and cook the other side. Look at the color. When both sides has turned color, have a quick stir and remove it from the wok. With the remaining oil, saute the garlic and ginger, the chopped garlic and ginger, over low heat, as garlic can burn quickly. When the garlic and the ginger turns aromatic, add the green vegetables, the onions, and stir fry until it's aromatic again. Now add the black bean. And the pre-mixed stir-fry sauce. Turn up the heat and mix thoroughly. Now return the beef and combine with other ingredients. Add the cornstarch slurry, which is made with 1 teaspoon of cornstarch with 2 tablespoons of water, and mix with all the ingredients inside the wok. Lastly, add the spring onion. Mix well. Turn down the heat. Add a little bit of sesame oil and a splash of Shaoxing wine. Turn up the heat again for a few seconds. Mix everything well, and it's time to serve. That's how to stir-fry beef with black bean sauce. And it is best to serve with white rice because white rice acts as a blank canvas and it really makes the flavor of the black bean sauce shines. And I've included the recipe in the description below the video so you can refer to the recipe. And if you want to try it, and let me know your result in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe, tap the notification bell and give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you again in some other similar video soon. Bye for now.